What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Shinobi Squad Podcast. I'm fan service Renji.
I'm Shana Mostella.
Winter is coming, or if you live in those colder states like the Midwest, winter is already here,
Been here since May.
right? We will be joining that winter soon, so we better stop joking about it.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
As these winter months are coming up, it's bad enough we're already on lockdown, can't do much. Some of these states that do get snow, that means that's even less shit for you to do. Every winter, people think about their goals and what they want to do next year. Some of y'all already started doing that with this quarantine. Y'all starting podcasts, y'all starting Twitch channels, y'all just chasing the bag, which I commend you for that. With that said, though, a lot of y'all be discrediting the work it takes for something like that to pop off. Whether you're trying to be a famous cosplayer, whether you're trying to be a famous singer, whatever stardom you're chasing, you only see the highlights. You only see when the person makes it. That, of course, leads to people being inspired. Well, if so-and-so can do it, I can do it. But that also leads to someone saying, well, that person ain't shit. If they can do it, I can do it too. The one thing they never say or see half the time is what they did. They never see the bad moments. They never see the struggle, nor do they ever give these people credit for those struggles. Can't blame them. A lot of our celebrities we follow don't like to talk about that. They only talk about all the good stuff. Perfect example, social media. It's a highlight reel. That's why they always say, don't compare your life to what you see on social media. People only share the highlights, the good stuff.
Yeah, because most of the time when you discover a celebrity or someone that you have interest in, that person already popped off. So you never saw them back when they had only 100 or 1,000 followers on social media. You never saw what they did in order to get to where they are now.
And when we say celebrity, we mean anybody at any level that you follow. It could be a TikTok person that you really like. It could be a cosplayer you really like. Whoever you follow like that, that's a celebrity to you. Unfortunately, once you finally do get a buzz, once you get a little bit of something, a little bit of the fame, people start talking shit about you. People always want to say you don't deserve what you have. I know my fellow influencers feel this. That's why I want to encourage y'all to share your stories. Let people know why you are where you are in life. Forget that. Not even just influencers. Anybody in general. If you got a good ass job and you know you started from the bottom, share that story. People need to talk about their journey more often. That way, all the haters out there can understand that you worked to get where you got. With that said, that brings us to today's topic. We talked in an earlier podcast about Shana's experience touring as a video vixen, as a model in the hip hop world. We want to continue with the stories just because some people still don't get it. People never talk about the bad gigs. You only see the good gigs. So we want to share the bad gigs. That way y'all can understand the journey that people go through. Not just us, but anybody in general. Getting booked is just the start of it.
I know a lot of you guys out there aren't trying to be models or dancers or et cetera, but the hustle is still all the same. You could look at your favorite Twitch star. You could look at your favorite cosplayer, artist, whoever it is. For example, your favorite cosplayer. You don't know how many conventions those people had to go through before they got to, Anime Expo, like the bigger conventions. You don't know how many bad deals they had to go through, and you don't see that process, but they all go through it.
Yeah, people don't want to share their bad experiences. It's bad enough a lot of our cosplay peers fake it till they make it. They're not going to share pictures of them sitting at a booth where nothing is happening, where nobody comes to see them for hours. Your favorite Twitch star isn't going to show video from TwitchCon where they're getting cussed out by someone's parents. They're not going to show you those things. A lot of people won't tell you that they got booked for an event and got screwed over in their pay. Some people got too much pride for that.
Yeah, you don't know, like your favorite musician, for example, you don't know how many open mics they had to go to or talent shows or karaoke nights, so whatever it is.
How many times they got booed off a stage.
Exactly. Or your favorite comedian, same thing. You don't know how many open mics they had to go through and how many tomatoes were thrown at them.
That's a great example. the stand-up comic hustle is so difficult. They
Mm-hmm.
have to go to a bunch of comedy clubs to test out these jokes. By the time we see their 1 hour comedy specials, they've tested out these jokes for a year or more.
Oh yeah, it's ruthless with them.
A great example of that is Kevin Hart's latest special. During the quarantine, he had to find any cafe or any little club that would allow people in there.
Uh
He used to show up right when they opened, unannounced, just to try out his jokes for the last couple months of quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
He would stay there all day. Imagine the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Kevin Hart's here again, trying out these lame ass jokes.
And especially during the pandemic, times are different. Going to social gatherings is a no-go right now. So they have to do what they have to do.
Anyways, I think y'all get the point by now. Let's get into these stories. Let's jump back right into Shana's Video Vixen music video model tour. Last time we talked about this, we left y'all at the end of the music video county fair bonanza. If y'all haven't seen that story, make sure y'all check it out because it leads right into this one. That podcast is called Touring with Corny Rappers and Models Getting Knocked Out. Long story short, we were booked on a tour for an up-and-coming rapper. This is the continuation of that tour. That performance and that music video was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Paid well, but it was terrible. Moving on to the next event of the tour, he had another music video and another live performance. For some reason, this guy loved to do the combo deal. I already have a show planned. I'm going to shoot a video at the same time. Usually not a good idea unless you're doing like a live concert video.
Uh-huh.
You can't do a music video, a quote unquote music video with shots planned out and everything, and try to host a live event at the same time. It just doesn't work. One of them's going to suffer. The theme of this live show and music video was a pajama party. We get the video treatment. For those that don't know, treatment is pretty much the script of the music video,
Yeah.
the idea. We get the treatment. He's talking about sexy girls in pajamas. It's gonna be this super seductive pajama party, pillow fights, you know, like that stereotypical college girl sexy slumber party pillow fight scene.
Oh yeah.
He even calls us after he emails us the script. Did y'all see the script? That sounds sexy, don't it? We're gonna have all these girls in lingerie. We're gonna have bottles popping. It's gonna be so hot. We're gonna have smoke machines. It's gonna look dreamy. He's selling us a big video.
Right.
It sounded good, but we just got off his crazy party bus video.
Oh yeah.
We knew that shit wasn't gonna be good.
But I got paid, so your girl gonna show up, get a check.
Yep. Unfortunately and fortunately, we already signed on for this tour. We're like, okay, cool. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully he learned from his last mistakes. The treatment doesn't tell us exactly what outfits the guys and girls will be wearing. After talking to him on the phone, he just said the girls are going to look sexy. Cool.
I'm getting ready for this pajama party, the sexy lingerie party. I get my outfit planned out. I did my hair and makeup. I was looking super sexy. Your girl got to show up prepared, ready to do some work. No matter what the situation is, no matter what's going on, I always got to arrive to the occasion, dressed and prepped and everything. So that's what I did. Had my nails done, makeup, hair, everything, you name it. Even got me some little cute slippers and everything to go with it. A heavy little silk wrap, like a little robe. I show up to this venue, and already, strike number one, I roll up. I want to say if Domino's kind of spruced up their area, their little
If Domino's
store.
had dine-in.
Yeah, exactly. It was a big place, but no pun intended, it was cheesy. Extra cheesy.
I see what you did there. Yo, and that's no exaggeration.
Nah.
For those that live in like the inner city, y'all have been to like these old school dine-in pizza places. This place was a straight up hood spot pizzeria.
It looked like the first of its kind.
Yeah, it looked like it's been there since the beginning of Chicago pizza. It was that old.
And a lot of places in Chicago are like that. A lot of restaurants, they've been there for 50 years, 100 years even. But this place looked like it was there since the dawn of time.
Native American pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Like they might as well have just had that thing set up in a tent or something. But like,
They had buffalo skin curtains when you walk in.
I just look like I dressed up too much to be at a place like this. I thought I overdid it. It gets worse.
That place is so old. I'm surprised there wasn't a place to tie up your horse. That's how old this pizzeria was. Remember the treatment. Sexy lingerie party, sexy pajama party. Location, setting says something like a club or a high-scale apartment.
Boy, were we surprised. Actually, I shouldn't even say we were surprised. I shouldn't even say that.
We shouldn't have been surprised.
The artist meets us at the door. He still has his coat on and everything. He tells us that he has to go and put his costume on. But before he did that, I took my coat off and he saw what I was wearing. He's like, "Oh, you look good. It's gonna be a good video. Wait till you see what I roll up in. Wait till you see. I'm gonna go get changed and I'm gonna be right back." He was talking all this shit about what he had planned and what he was gonna look like. This dude comes out with a big old cowboy hat on, looking like Woody from Toy Story.
At least be a sexy cowboy.
This dude rolls up like Woody. He might as well been wearing his child's onesie.
It looked like a kid's pajama set. He had a cowboy hat on. He had the boots. He had little pistols on his side, a little vest. It looked terrible. It looked like something a 10-year-old boy would wear on Christmas morning. I get cowboys can be sexy. If that was the case, he'd be wearing like the vest with his chest hanging out and his abs showing, but he didn't have chest or abs, so that's probably why he didn't go that route. Or assless chaps, something.
But when you think of pajama party, I don't automatically think of cowboys. So I don't know what he was thinking or what he was going for. I just thought maybe it was a gag, like it was going along with the video, like he was trying to make fun of himself. He was so into it. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna roll up. I'm gonna look so good. Look at this outfit. You should see my outfit."
That's a great point. You would think he was trying to pull some Eminem, I'm making fun of myself kind of stuff, just not taking it serious. But when the cameras rolled for that scene, he was so serious. There was no joke. There was no gag. He thought he was sexy in his Woody outfit.
I kind of had a slow nod like, huh. I mean, this your video, so...
It just looked so out of place. You got Woody from Toy Story, but then you got girls like Shana, and there was another model in lingerie.
I mean, if he had told me what the look was going for, I would have brought something cute in like a cute little cowgirl thing or whatever, but he says sexy, so I did sexy.
That's true. Y'all could have matched up with him, but nah, he wanted to keep his outfit a surprise.
He didn't even say bring and change the outfits.
We didn't even say what his partner was wearing. The other guy shows up in like a Chicago Bears pajama set. You got him as a cowboy, and you got his boy wearing Chicago Bears pajamas.
Was he supposed to like hunt this bear as a cowboy?
I don't even know, but that's what he was wearing.
I don't know what they were going for.
Then the entourage in the video. Half these dudes weren't even wearing pajamas. They just showed up at the party just to hang out.
Some of them were kind of trying. They showed up in basketball shorts. And
Yeah. They were like, "Well, this is what I wear to sleep, so I guess these are pajamas."
But a lot of them did not try at all. So during this time, this was during the first half of the video. I'm walking around after we shoot this first scene because everybody else was waiting for us to finish our first scene. So they were all getting drinks. They were in the background somewhere. So I went to go use the bathroom, get a drink, whatever. And I'm walking around looking at who he brought to the party. I walked through this restaurant. I'm seeing people from all walks of life. I don't even know what they thought this was. Some of them were wearing pajamas, but some of them were wearing what looked like Halloween costumes. Did you not get the memo? Like, I saw this one girl that looked like she was a straight up ballerina. She was wearing a tutu and a leotard and ballerina slippers. I was like, where are you going? As I'm making my way to the bathroom, by this time the music was playing. People were starting to get into the party mood.
Well, hold on. It just came to me. The ballerina. Maybe she was trying to match the Toy Story theme.
Maybe.
You already had Woody.
She's trying to be Bo Peep.
Yeah. Anyways.
So I'm making my way to the bathroom. This dude comes out of nowhere, looking like straight up Pitbull's little brother. Got on shades, got on a white tank top. He's wearing these really tiny shorts, these silk shorts with a full hard on. And he's all trying to dance on people as he's making his way through the door. And I'm trying to make my way to the bathroom.
Speaking of Woody.
Speaking of Woody. And then he comes over to me, all trying to like, yeah. I'm like, oh, hell no. And I look down at his pants. I was like, dude, you was at the wrong party. I guess he got the full memo. Like, he thought this was going to be some kind of Playboy setup or whatever. Like, we was about to get down. I'm like, you need to leave. You need to leave right now. Those shorts are one thing, but you coming in here with a full-on hard-on is just extra. It's too much. It's too much. At that point, I was ready to leave. I'm like, I don't need any of this.
Everyone in this video is mismatched. At some point, we don't even know who's supposed to be a part of the video and who is just regular customers. Imagine you bring your wife over there because that's your favorite pizza spot and Pitbull with the hard-on shows up.
Oh, yeah.
Woody and Bo Peep come out the corner. Got girls in lingerie and you just trying to get a slice of this old school hood pizza.
I do remember a couple of normies walking through and then the owner had to explain to them what was going on just so they wouldn't leave. But they were in for a treat because they were looking at us and we was looking at them like, who's supposed to be here or not?
And that's what threw us off too. You're thinking this dude booked out the venue.
Yeah.
No, he just came on a regular business night. Like, okay, we're going to be here. He kind of knows the manager or whatnot.
Well, we were told and what we saw were two different things. Two different things.
Yeah. So we said there was Shana and there was another dancer. Some of the other girls didn't even show up.
Yet again.
Remember, when these girls got booked for that first party, it was supposed to be a booking for the whole tour. After they had the music video party bus fiasco, they said, nope, we're not coming.
Nah, and I don't blame them at all.
Shana was probably one of the two girls that showed up from the party bus. That leads me into the other girl that was there. I think she went by the name like Sergeant B or Sergeant. Anyways, it was some military rank followed by a letter. She shows up in full lingerie. We're not sure if she's a dancer or an artist because she's dressed like one of the girls.
Yeah. This girl, don't get me wrong, she was nice. She was very nice. She had nothing bad to say. She carried herself very well. But this girl rolled up in, I don't even know, like a $20 wig. It was like super long, like down to the floor. It looked terrible. And like, I'm not even trying to be mean. It was just the fact that how she just rolled up and just, I didn't know who she was supposed to be in this whole thing. And then the first artist introduced me to her as another artist. So I'm like, okay, I guess the more the merrier, and the better your video is going to look. I think she was wearing something that the artist had given her to wear because of how it fit her. It was one of those, like from the last video where he bought us all schoolgirl uniforms, outfits from like Party City. It was kind of like that. She had these like knee-high stockings that kind of rolled like every once in a while. Like she did nothing like holding it up or anything. Like the lace that she was wearing looked like it was something straight up from Party City. It was terrible looking. Very terrible.
It definitely was not leading lady.
No.
Definitely not, I'm supposed to be a star in this video.
No. And again, I'm not trying to be mean. It was just the way it looked. Oh my God.
There was even a point during filming where her wig fell off.
Yeah, and I was like, girl. Oh God. Oh God.
She was rapping during her performance and her wig came off.
I did not know what to say after that. I was like, okay, guys, take 10.
She was a pretty girl, but her presentation was off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think it has something to do with the artist because I think he provided her with all that.
Yeah, you could tell her outfit didn't fit. When she walked in, what she wore was cute, but once she changed into her music video outfit, it looked terrible.
Yeah.
Then to add to the excitement of the video, the artist gets an idea where he wants the girls to dance on the tables. There was no stage. It's a pizzeria. They get the bright idea. Let's push a couple wobbly ass tables together and tell the girls to dance on it. Every girl goes up there, almost dies. This girl goes up there. The rapper, she almost falls off. She's trying to get on this table in heels.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a dangerous setting. But they kept insisting the girls go up there.
So let's get to the change of outfits. I wasn't told that there was going to be a change of outfits. I was just told to show up looking sexy. I didn't bring a change of outfits. But the artist, he change out of his corny Woody from Toy Story outfit and came out looking like Hugh Hefner. I was like, dude, just whatever. Like at this point, I'm already over the whole event because I'm like, what corny thing is he gonna roll up in next? So he comes out the bathroom with this Hugh Hefner red robe and silk pajama pants and the little slippers and everything with the little pipe, a little toy pipe.
Yeah.
From what he told me when I signed up for this thing, he told me I was going to be the leading lady in this video. He told me I was going to be pretty much like prominent throughout the whole video. Surprise, surprise. For this scene, he had, I guess, a Playboy bunny to come and like be a part of that scene. So he kind of just like shooed me to the side and was like, guess what? I got somebody else who's going to, be my leading lady for this scene. I mean, you already paid me, so if I can go, that'd be great. So, but I wanted to stay for the show, right? I see this girl come out, this little 5'2". She was dressed in all white and like a really light pink. It looked like she made it herself, honestly. But she had these like bunny ears, trying to look like a Playboy bunny. These white bunny ears, this white halter top, this little pink skirt, and like white stockings. It just looked terrible, honestly. It just looked like I think she got a stain on it too because she spilled like margarita all over herself before the scene. I'm like, you have one job: roll up, sit and look pretty, wait for your scene, and let that be it.
I think she was working at the pizzeria.
Was she?
Yeah, I think she was like one of the hosts or the servers.
That kind of makes sense. That makes sense because of how quick he just excluded me out that last scene. He probably saw this girl and thought she was perfect because she was already dressed up as a bunny.
He probably got a whole stash of Party City costumes for girls. That's why he was able to snatch her off her shift and put her in a bunny costume.
So this girl rolls up. I can already see it in her eyes that she's been drinking too much. She already spilled a margarita all over herself. Maybe that's where the pink came from. So I think her whole outfit was supposed to be white. But she looked like a mess. At this point, I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to sit here and watch.
Yeah, she definitely looked timid. You could definitely tell this was her first time being on camera, period.
Oh, yeah. Just her whole thing, like when she got up there, from what she was wearing, from what was going on, it was just a train wreck, but I just couldn't look away. After they were done filming, I had to go use the bathroom. Guess who I see sprawled out on the floor, puking her little brains out? This girl, the bunny girl. And I asked her, I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah. Don't worry about me. I've been drinking since noon today. I heard about this party that's going on, and I just wanted to, have fun. From what I'm seeing right now, look like you had a lot of fun.
That's bad. So bad.
She just wanted to be a part of it.
The call time wasn't even till like 7 o'clock.
I bet she had a afternoon shift or something, and just happened to be there and heard about the party. And
just nervous and just trying to make her big music video debut.
Bless her heart, but oh my gosh.
That final scene was a mess. I was there to watch the behind the scenes of it. He wanted to shoot that scene away from the rest of the party. They didn't think this out too well. They went to the back storeroom and there was like chairs and tables stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
The most unsexy backdrop ever, mind you. Once again, wasn't my job to be the director. Wasn't my job to film the video. I just kept my mouth shut. I'm looking at the footage. I'm looking at what's going on. You literally see chairs stacked up behind them.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't put a background. They didn't put up like a white sheet or nothing. They just rapping and trying to be sexy in front of chairs.
And I'm kind of glad he went with somebody who was already there because he didn't tell any of the other dancers, well, me and the other girl that was supposed to be dancing, to bring a change of outfits. So it would have looked better if there was somebody else there because you see any music video, not one person is wearing the same outfit throughout the whole video, especially if they're making multiple appearances. So good on his part for thinking that way, but also at the same time, it could have been better. It could have been way better.
I'm just glad that venue was not lighted properly, so you can't even really see what anyone's face looks like anyway. You just see girls dancing, and you might see like random booty and cleavage in some of the scenes, but most of the scenes you can't even tell who's who.
And I had different hair color back then, so you probably wouldn't even recognize it was me. So hopefully. And one quick note about me and the other dancer, we kind of called each other beforehand and kind of color coordinated what we're going to wear. So we looked legit. Like we were both on point, me and this girl. But she brought her auntie. And this woman, I think she had done this girl's makeup. And this woman, bless her heart, most like amazing, hilarious woman I've ever like had the pleasure of working with. She was like middle aged and like she was cute, but she wanted to be in this video so bad. Like she even came dressed kind of similar, or at least the same colors as me and this girl. And she wanted to be in that video so bad, but I'm just like, wow. You, I just felt like this was a whole circus. It was a family affair, definitely.
She was definitely trying to get ratchet on the camera.
Oh,
Behind
yeah.
the scenes, you would see her kind of dancing and kind of shaking her ass around. We looking at her like, auntie, settle down. There's no insurance coverage on this video. You throw your back out shaking that ass, you're on your own.
Right?
You might get a coupon for 20% off your next pizza dinner, but you ain't getting no insurance coverage.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. She was a cute older woman. I could see her shaking her ass back in the day. But at this point, a couple shakes and she's done.
I was ready for the artist to pull out his grandma next and like somebody else.
Who knows? I bet she made it into that video.
I bet she did.
Or a future video.
Behind the scenes. He'd be like, what you look like in one of those schoolgirl uniforms from Party City.
She's definitely in the pictures from that day.
Oh, yeah. I still have pictures of this woman.
She definitely got into all the pictures that were taken. That's how we remember her still.
Oh, man.
All right. So that was gig number 2 on this tour.
It gets worse.
We move forward to another stop on this tour. I forget what number gig it was at this time. This one was a talent show. I wasn't there for this one, so I'm going to hand it over to Shana.
This whole get up was the whole schoolgirl thing. I think from the bottom of my heart, if you guys remember the duo Tattoo, Tatu, they were a lesbian duo. There was this like European like girl duo. They had this song called All the Things She Said. And on one MTV special or whatever, it was like an award show, I want to say like 50 or 100 girls come out on stage with them dressed as schoolgirls. It was kind of like a lesbian anthem kind of thing because the video was very like sensual between just those two girls. But those two girls in the video were dressed up as schoolgirls. I swear this artist saw that and took that shit to heart because that's what his MO was. Like, that's what he wanted to do. From the previous video, that's what he had in mind. He wanted a bunch of us girls to be in schoolgirl uniforms. This talent show, nothing different. That's exactly what he wanted. He wanted a bunch of girls to show up in schoolgirl uniforms. While he was rapping on stage, same memo, same thing. So I get the memo. I'm thinking, he's going to have more people compared to the last event that we were at because a lot of girls, they got the memo and didn't show up or whatever. So I'm thinking it's going to be different. As the weeks are leading up to the event, he's telling me, oh, so-and-so dropped out. So-and-so dropped out. So-and-so dropped out. One after another, they were dropping like flies. And I'm just there still like, what you mean? What you mean they're dropping out? Because it was down to one more person. I was praying that this girl was going to show up. I was praying so hard every single day that she wasn't going to drop out. Hey, so-and-so dropped out. No! I was the only girl who had to show up dressed in this little schoolgirl outfit. Luckily, this time I had my own outfit. I wasn't about to show up in that little Party City outfit, the cheap-ass Party City outfit that he had picked out previously for the other thing. So let's take it to the day of the talent show. It's not really open mic. You would have thought from how many people and artists showed up to this thing that it was. And to make matters worse, where we were placed in this talent show was pretty much second to last. So I had to sit there through the entire thing. I think it was like a cash prize at the end of it. They were going to win something like $1,000.
If you think mainstream hip hop and rap is crappy now, imagine listening to a bunch of up and comers. I used to do this for a living. For 2 years, I threw monthly hip hop rap showcases, and I was on tour. That is a terrible time when you have to listen to crappy rapper after crappy rapper.
And at the time, I didn't like rap at all. I had no interest of really hearing people's rap or anything like that. I just showed up for the bag. I showed up also because I was the only one who didn't drop out on this poor guy, and I felt bad. Professionalism. So we trudged through all of these artists. I'm sitting there bored out of my mind. I'm like, can we get some alcohol or something? Like, is there an open bar? I was so out of my mind bored. Actually, one of the only artists that was there came on stage who was actually very good, very talented. He had a whole performance planned out. He did it so perfectly. It was him and his partner, and then he had two dancers. And not only were they dressed accordingly, like they came out on stage decked out. Not only were they dressed in this like school boy and schoolgirl kind of uniforms, like the guys having the leather jackets and the girls had like schoolgirl like uniforms. Not sexy. It was just like, public school or private school or whatever looking uniforms. They came out on stage with a blackboard and two school desks. They did their rap. Everything went smoothly, but then the girls broke out and did their own little dance and their own little rap. It was on point. Like everybody else sucked. Up until that point, everybody else sucked.
So to say the least, they had an actual performance.
Oh, yeah.
They put some thought into it.
Oh, yeah. And they had everything choreographed, everything set up perfectly.
In the 2 years I used to do this full time, I never seen no shit like that.
No.
Most
It was
dudes
great.
just show up, rap, and leave.
The way that they performed was kind of like they were in a music video from start to finish. Like they practiced this. It was great. The artist nudges me on the shoulder like, I think this dude's trying to copy me. I was like, since when? He doesn't even know you.
Did you bring a school desk?
I know. Like, did you have any of these things? Because if you did, that'd be a first for you, buddy. But yeah, he was all nudging me like, dude, I think this guy's really trying to copy me because he had this whole schoolgirl fantasy or whatever. This was the only group that came prepared. Everybody else just got on the mic, not even dressed nice. They're just wearing a plain ass hoodie, maybe some jeans, not even cute shoes, nothing.
Oh yeah, up and coming rappers don't even care what
They
they look
don't
like half the
care.
time.
So when these guys got on, I was finally having fun. So shortly after, it was our turn to go on stage. I'm going to tell you the treatment like this, right? Artist is going to get on stage with his partner. They're going to, rap like they're having a duel, like they're going to start fighting or whatever. And me, as the schoolgirl, I was supposed to just come in between them and kind of like make the situation better and kind of be the eye candy between the two guys, like trying to like separate those two. The way that the stage was set up, there was like a long runway in front. I was supposed to do that, like dispute the argument or whatever, and like walk sexy on the runway. Let me tell you guys, since we were like second to last, everybody else was like just bored, just waiting because everyone else had already gone. Everyone was just waiting for who was going to win the prize money. So by the time we got on stage, everyone just looked bored. And I felt so stupid being on stage. And I felt dumb for the artists that I was there for on stage. I'm just like, what are we even doing here? I felt so bad.
That's one thing a lot of up and coming artists don't realize. No one's there to see you.
Yeah.
Nobody is there to see you because A, they don't know you. And then B, your song and performance probably sucks half the time.
And some of these guys that went on stage, they came with their own friends and their own entourage. So whenever that person was on stage, that's when the crowd got wild, but for them.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's that hater mentality.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad. I've done so many shows where people only want to be happy for who they came to see, and then they'll just leave. They may still be at the club or the bar, but they won't even watch the show. It's like, dude, you paid money to be here. Yeah, you paid money to come support your boy, your girl, whoever, but you can still enjoy the rest of the night. But for some reason, when it comes to hip hop, people just want to mean mug and just be bitter. They act like they can't support their boy or girl and still enjoy everyone else.
Oh, yeah. Because I know your girl was looking good. I always arrive looking the way I'm supposed to look, no matter the occasion, no matter what's going on. This crowd made me feel like I was so ugly. Like, I just didn't matter. Like, I was so irrelevant. I got on that stage, and not a single person blinked an eye. I was just like, guess I'll just go home.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They think they have to make you feel like shit
Yeah.
so their boy can look better.
That's exactly how it felt, too. So, long story short, of course we didn't win. Of course the group did not win. The people who did win, though, were the people who came prepared with dancers and a set. They didn't even have a runner-up. They just had these people win. That was it. I've never gone to an indie talent show or whatever that didn't have a runner-up. They're just like, nope, it's over. These guys are the best. They were clearly the best. And everybody else just went home butthurt and sour.
They probably originally wanted to have runner-ups, but everyone else just blended in together.
They did. I just felt like it was one long song.
Yeah, it was like, these guys were good. Everyone else sucked. They win. You get nothing. Go home.
And I was so happy it was over because it felt like it went on forever. For me, it's more of a visual thing.
Yeah.
If you look like you don't try, like you're not even trying to have a good time yourself on stage, how is anyone in the audience supposed to have fun with you and get hyped for you?
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. Like nobody even tried. Like they didn't even wear nice clothes. Most people didn't even wear nice colors. Everyone was just blending in with like Dickies and navy blue. And
They're wearing dark tones.
Dark tone. Like they just came out the cold and whatever. I'm like, what is going on? Why does everyone look like they're going through a depression or something? You know?
No showmanship.
That hurt my soul right there. If you're a performer, present yourself. Why wouldn't you?
Again, these are things people don't learn until they experience it themselves. People who want to be artists, people who want to be famous in any realm, it all comes with some level of presentation, especially if you're in front of people. People don't give it the respect it deserves. Again, everyone just thinks it's so easy that they're just going to show up and be amazing. Even if you are an amazing performer, if you're a good singer, you're a good cosplayer, you still have to present yourself in a way for people to like you, for people to buy into you. It's the lack of experience. And that's what I wanted to drive home with this podcast. Y'all don't know because y'all haven't been there. Yes, this newer generation, y'all got the luxury of just hiding behind your phone and becoming phone famous. But that all changes once you have to appear in front of people.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard the stories of your favorite internet influencers doing a live show or some of your favorite YouTubers going on tour and they bomb live. They're just terrible live. Why? Because they don't have experience being in front of people. They're used to talking to their phone, talking to a camera. They have no idea how to read a room.
A good example of artists who presented themselves from the very beginning to where they are now, Cardi B. People who are underground, like Grimes, Licky Lee, Santi Gold, Ash Nico, people like that. You guys probably never heard of them, but look them up. See how they were when they first started? They looked the part since day one. They were always just to impress. No matter where they were in stardom or in their career, they always made an appearance and they always made sure that they looked the part.
People forget about the most important thing that separates an artist from a superstar. It's that star power. There's a lot of great artists out there, but there's not a lot of great stars. Someone may be able to sing their ass off, but if they don't know how to present themselves, people don't care. People are looking for that total package.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of you guys don't like Cardi B, for example, but all the way before she was even on Love and Hip Hop, the reality TV show that I love so much, but even before she was on that show, like her herself already had millions of followers on Instagram because she played her role. She had a character that she sold to the world and people ate it up and she eventually became who she is now. But that's what I'm talking about. Like that's why I love her so much because of where she's been and I've seen it. But that's just a good example of like what you could do right now.
So just to bring it back to what we're saying with Shana's story, it's about presentation.
Oh, yeah.
The group that won that rap contest, that talent show, they had that presentation.
They was on point.
They may not have been the best rappers, but the package they sold the audience and the judges did it.
I don't remember what they rapped about, what the song was. All I remember is how they presented themselves.
Exactly.
That's it.
All right, let's move forward a couple more gigs with this artist that Shana and I were on tour with. This was the final stop on the tour. Boy, were we happy to know this was the last event.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to those other girls dropping out, we got paid even more.
Oh, yeah.
The money that he already had budgeted towards those other girls, he just threw it towards Shana.
Oh, yeah, because I was the only one who was tried and true. I
Mhm.
showed up to every single thing, no matter how shady, no matter how weird, no matter how corny it was. Your girl was there.
And that says a lot for Shana's
Oh,
professionalism.
my God.
As we said before, he was a very nice guy. His partner, everyone involved, good people. They just had corny ideas.
Yeah. I would never hold a candle to this guy. We make fun of him now, but we can because this guy was just, he had the corniest ideas, but now we have stories to share with you guys.
And also, we're not making fun of him per se. We're just making fun of the experiences. We're just looking back on it. And it's funny when you really think about it.
It
So
is.
if you're listening, because I know you follow me on Facebook, dude, so much love for you.
So much love.
It's just these ideas weren't the hottest ideas. We love you. We just didn't always agree with
You
your
never
ideas.
did me wrong. Never. You
No.
always, I know you're listening, but like you never, ever, ever did anything to wrong either of us.
And to his credit, his experiences doing these things for himself, he's given back to the community.
Oh, yeah.
He's given opportunities to younger artists in his community, and he's helping them now. He's using his knowledge to put them in music videos, to help them throw shows. So whether he succeeded to the level he wanted, we don't know. He is giving back to his community. So that I can't help but give this man so much love, so much respect to you for doing that. A lot of people don't give back. So let's get to the final event of this tour. This event was pretty far. It was pretty much on the edge of Illinois and Indiana at this point. We understand the hype is never what it was. We knew we were going to show up at some bullshit venue that was supposed to be a club. So this event happened to be at a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, God.
The treatment said this video party was supposed to be sexy, but as soon as we got there, the first thing I could think was titties and tacos?
Titties and tacos.
Is this the theme? Is this the theme?
Damn.
It's literally a restaurant. They're moving the tables out the way as we're setting up for this performance. Fortunately, this event took place around Halloween. People were dressing up. Shana decided to bust out one of her new costumes.
I had just made Ryoko from Kill la Kill. You can tell how old the story is, but I had just made Kill la Kill Ryoko, and I wanted to test out what I had made so far. It wasn't the whole outfit because I didn't want to like wear it and break it, before, because during this time Youmacon was coming up, so I didn't want to like wear this and like break it. But I was wearing like the chest piece, the top, and the skirt. And I didn't cut the wig yet, so the wig was like super long. I didn't even cut it. I show up wearing that, and I say that it's a vampire because no one's gonna know who Ryoko is.
Yeah, the show was too new at the time.
Yeah.
Shana busts out her new cosplay, her work in progress against our better judgment. Whatever. It was sexy. Short skirt, crop top, under boob, run it. Perfect for a hip hop event. We're at the venue. It's actually looking pretty full. Whoever promoted it did a good job. People were ready to party. People were in costumes. Yes, it was at a Mexican restaurant, tacos and titties, but you know what? Any venue can be turned around, I guess. We get ready. The artist shows up. Captain Cheesy. What was he wearing, Shana? What was he wearing? I'll give you the honors.
Oh my God. Looking like Count Dracula, sponsored by Party City. Let me run this past you real quick. He must have bought the set, the Party City vampire set, right? It came with all the pieces. He looked like the Count from Sesame Street. He had the white makeup. He had the fake teeth, the fake fangs that came with it. Had his hair slicked back with gel, everything. Looking like 90s Svengoolie or whatever, looking vampires. He had a little pendant that was here, the
Yeah,
vampire
yeah.
pendant. He had the cape. He had the 4-piece suit. He had the shoes. He had everything.
It may
Everything.
have looked good for Halloween, but music video wise, Count Dracula looked like Count Wacula to me.
But that's not the best part. His partner, the same partner that has always been with him for this whole tour.
Yeah.
His partner, I don't know if he was supposed to be a vampire or the vampire's victim, but dude did not come dressed in the same outfit or even the same anything. I think he was dressed in like street clothes, and then I guess the artist had like leftover white makeup and just put it on this dude's
Splash
face.
it on him.
And he had like the fangs.
Well, at least he wasn't wearing Chicago Bears pajamas again.
Remember the girl that was wearing the white bunny outfit for the last thing that we were at with this guy? The one who's like sprawled out in the bathroom, puking her guts out because she drank since noon. That girl ended up being the artist's girlfriend.
Oh, that was his new boo.
That was his new boo. So she showed up. I don't remember exactly what she was wearing, but she was supposed to be a vampire too. Vampiress or whatever. She had the same fangs, the same white makeup. I'm like, did you just share like the extras in your costume or whatever? Because she just kind of put something together too and like came with the fangs and the white makeup. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. A lot of this night, actually, I want to say 95% of this night, I don't remember not a damn thing. I don't remember a damn thing, and I'm going to tell you why. We have a whole VIP section dedicated just for the artist and people that he had for the video. Because again, the same thing that he always has at every party is it's a party, but he wants to shoot a video. He wants to have dancers and stuff like that. So in our VIP area, he bought us bottles of vodka, but they were like the cheapest thing that you could have gotten off the menu at this place. Pretty much if you saw this at the store, it would have been like, I want to say like a $5 bottle of vodka.
It was bottom shelf plastic bottle vodka.
Oh, yeah.
For those that drink, y'all know if you get a whole handle and it comes in a plastic bottle, it is trash. I'm in high school getting drunk for the first time level of liquor. Also, for those that go to clubs, bottles start at $100 or more. This one, at this venue, you got a bottle for $20.
I'm glad you said that. Because even the cheapest bottle in the whole club will be like $100 at least.
You can get a bottle of Grey Goose at the grocery store for $20 to $25. You go to the club, that same bottle starts at $100.
I said $5 because that's exactly how much this bottle of shit should have cost. They even handed us this plastic bottle. It was a plastic bottle. It might as well have just said like vodka, not even like the name or a brand of vodka. It should have just said vodka. That's how cheap this bottle of vodka was. Might have had only one shot up until this point. We were all getting comfortable, getting situated. Then we start to film scenes for the video. One of the artist's friends had come through. It was his birthday. It was a perfect setup. We already had the VIP thing. He had his friends come through for his birthday, and we all took shots. We were all fine. They weren't drinking what we were drinking because I bet they saw that bottle of vodka and that ice and was like, oh, hell no. What is you got us up here drinking? It's my birthday. This is all that I remember, mind you. Everyone's saying that I'm so sexy. Everyone's loving my outfit. Everyone's like thinking that I'm going to win the costume contest. The artist tells me, okay, since you guys are dressed up, he tells us girls to go and kind of entertain his friends a little bit. It's his birthday. We're supposed to go take shots, talk to him. Thing that I remember, the very last thing, I'm done partying with his friend. I come back to our VIP area, take another couple shots with you guys of this cheap-ass vodka, and the rest of the night just goes black. I don't remember a thing. To this day, I do not remember a thing. I have pictures, but I don't remember being in those damn pictures. I'm going to give it to Renji because he knows what else happened that night.
It was a bad night for Shana. My DJ friend and I look at Shana on the dance floor and we're like, why is she being so ratchet right now? Shana is, mind you, Shana is pretty professional and holds her liquor very well. This was the first time I've ever seen her just on the ground twerking and shaking her ass, and We just sat there like, did she get paid more money that we don't know about? Shauna's just out of control, really.
I didn't know about it either, I guess.
She was dancing with people. Then she was pulling up girls that were just sitting down and trying to enjoy their taco dinner and freaking on them and grinding on people trying to eat. And we're like, okay, this is an interesting side of Shana we've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think anything of it. It was innocent. Everyone's having a good time. Shauna's paid to put on a show. She's putting on a show. All the sexy shit she was doing definitely got the crowd hyped, especially when she was on the ground just booty popping with that skirt on. So people was definitely like, okay, shawty, shake that ass on the ground with that mini skirt on. Luckily, Shana was modest enough to wear like little cheeky booty shorts, so she wasn't like ass popping in a thong to where like she could have TMZ pictures. But y'all know Shana got ass, so she was very cheeky when she was twerking on that ground.
Even when I was skinny, I had ass. So like,
yeah, thick thighs and ass. She was definitely the star that night. This was before a lot of the filming was even carrying on too. So anyways,
oh my god.
then we hit a point to where we started wondering, why is Shana so ratchet right now? I was wondering if it was the vodka that was getting her all trashed.
For this vodka being like the cheap, like under the shelf, not even shelf vodka. It was under the shelf, back in the back.
You might as well have been rubbing alcohol.
It might as well have been, because it was disgusting on top of that. And like,
at some point, I stopped drinking it because it was gross.
Yeah.
You were still drinking because you were in the moment just trying to have a good time. Then we started wondering, did Shana get her drink spiked? Because at some point, you were just drinking with the artist and some of their friends.
Yeah.
That's where the red flag came up. At first, the VIP was just us.
Yeah.
Just the performers, the models, everyone who was paid to be there. Then as the night went on, artists get egos and their friends come up. I started wondering if one of the friends spiked one of Shauna's drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We all drank that same vodka, but Shana was gone.
Yeah.
She was out of it.
And thinking back to what I was wearing too, it
made sense.
It made sense. It made a lot of sense.
Shana being ratchet aside, we go back to just the production of this video or this event. Once again, another shit show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why by this point the guy didn't hire me to shoot the video, but I was just there for behind the scenes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They had another useless video where nobody knew what was going on. I don't think they even shot an official music video. The only video they ended up posting was my behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I was able to give them like a live performance video and cut it together, but their music video looked like shit. For this event, even the artists just got super drunk and their performance was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot their words, so I kind of like just dubbed in the CD version of their songs just so they had a usable video.
Damn.
Anyways, long story short, the money was good, but the show was terrible. Some of the lessons learned from that night was don't drink alcohol that you don't like, regardless of if it was free or not.
Nowadays, nah, that would never, ever fly.
But also, a lot of entertainers need to learn is you shouldn't drink on the job either.
This artist never had that provided for us before. This is like, I think he only did it for the fact that it was our last gig. It was our last thing. He wanted us to, party and feel comfortable and just go out with a bang. I get that. But with a $20 bottle of vodka, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Because it was the last event on the tour, it was kind of a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Was it worth it? No. Not at the cost of drinking some bullshit that had Shana super ratchet. And then afterwards, poor girl. Poor Shana was puking all the way home. My friend drove us to that gig, the DJ. We had to stop like every 20 minutes so Shana can puke out the side of the car.
Oh, yeah. I felt so bad because I don't remember doing any of those things. After the part of the story that I told, I don't remember any of it. I don't remember going home. I don't remember getting home. I just remember waking up, and the first thing I asked, what happened? I'm like, did it go good? Was it good? Did I get paid? Did I win the costume contest? Oh my God. Like that, all of that was just out of the door.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. I got paid to be there. But as for like the costume contest, I could have won that hands down because nobody else was really dressed up like that.
Yeah.
But I felt bad just for the fact that I just had no control over what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
None whatsoever. And I still to this day do not remember what went on during this party.
And sadly, you hear that happen with a lot of performers. At some point, they get caught up in the party mode and they start drinking and have a good time. And it could be dangerous. If we weren't there with Shauna, it could have been a bad situation if she was there by herself.
If it was what you just said, that somebody could have come up to our VIP area and was just there for the artist as a friend, and maybe they just saw me and thought that it was easy enough to roofie me, which it was.
These are some of the scary truths of being out in public as an entertainer, as an influencer. Some people don't care. They will cross that boundary to get what they want from you.
But I'm proud to say that that was the one and only time something like that has ever happened. Ever. Professionally, personally, like that was the only time that's ever happened. So,
All right, let's just wrap it up. Being an entertainer, being an influencer, being on tour definitely comes with the good and the bad. Hearing these kind of stories lets you appreciate people's journey. Next time you see someone celebrating their success, being booked for this gig, or they have this accomplishment, don't be so quick to hate on them. They went through some shit to get to where they had to go. Also, for those aspiring to be a professional artist or entertainer, keep in mind you will have these moments yourself. It's better to prepare yourself from hearing other people's stories than to learn it firsthand the hard way.
oh yeah.
Though we had a lot of those preparations, this still happened, and it's gonna happen. You can't prepare for everything.
Oh yeah, especially when you're not thinking that way or like you're comfortable enough. Because by this time we were all comfortable with each other. All the people that were involved that had been on this tour since the very beginning, we were all comfortable with each other. So I wasn't thinking, okay, I gotta prepare for someone to roofie me.
Yeah.
So you gotta just be careful.
And you just have to be honest with yourself and accept the journey that's coming. You're going to have a lot of shitty gigs, a lot of shitty moments, but don't let that discourage you. At the end of the day, despite how good or bad these events and these bookings were, she still got paid. Always look for the positive out of it. I see a lot of my peers within the cosplay community and the nerd community get so discouraged so quickly. Why cut yourself short that easily?
Right.
Sometimes these things are out of your control. It's not your fault that you can't get followers. It's not your fault you can't get views or hits. Due to all these new stupid algorithms across every social media platforms, even people that follow you, like and comment on your stuff every day, they still may not see what you post.
You also don't know what these people are doing that you see that you get discouraged by, how they get so many followers on a regular. You don't know how many friends they have that they're telling to just come like this video real quick or come watch this YouTube video or come like this picture real quick or something like that. You don't know what someone's doing behind the scenes. And that also goes along with what we're saying.
That's why we wanted to share our behind the scenes experience.
Oh, yeah.
Shauna's had people look at her and hate on the success she's had and wonder, why her? Why her? Well, bitch, this is why. She's put in the work. So if you want to get to where you want to be, you got to go through these trials and tribulations as well. You got to go to these shitty events at these pizzerias and these taco restaurants. It's all part of the journey. All right, guys, make sure you follow us on the social medias. Make sure you download these podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Hell, we're on every major streaming platform because we official like that.
Oh, yeah.
In case you don't want to leave the YouTube video on and you just want something to play while you drive in the car, download the podcast. We're on every streaming platform, and it's all free $99. A lot of you already have things like Spotify or Apple Music or Pandora. Just look for Shinobi Squad Podcast and you will find every single episode, past, present, and what's to come in the future. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Shinobi Squad Podcast. I'm fan service Renji.
Shana Mostella.
See you guys next week.
Bye.